Hi there. Today's video is exploring a little bit further the worksheet of the 4 I's, setting your internal compass. And we are going to explore intentions in this video. So that's the second box down, and let me share my screen with you so that you can see and make sure that you're on the right page. So here we are, the second box down here around intention. And just as a reminder, this exercise really is a self-reflection exercise, and what it's intended to do is to get you to think about your directional internal compass. These 4 aspects of your own compass will really shift the dial, help you to go from being invisible to visible, from going from frustrated to absolutely achieving and feeling empowered, and help you from going overwhelmed and maybe potentially debilitating because you don't know where to start, to actually kicking goals and having a plan. So this internal compass will really help you shift the dial for yourself. But really it requires a lot of reflective work and honesty. I think those 2 aspects are really important as we go through this. So this next video is really about intention. And again, a bit like impact, we need to score ourselves out of 10 where we currently are and where we would like to be in 12 months' time. And I'm going to just give you some ideas on how you might be able to think about your intention and close that gap between where you've scored yourself, whether it be a 3 or a 5 out of 10, up to getting closer to an 8 or a 9 out of 10. So I talk about here your intentions around really being the driver of your journey, whether you're the actual driver or whether you feel like you're a bit of a backseat driver and letting people drive for you, or letting the journey unfold without too much intention. So I think really it's about how we conduct our lives, and I think everyone has within them the skills, the drive, the care that we all need to be the absolute best version of ourselves, if we actually know how to really tap into our energy source. So what I'm thinking about here is the discipline and the boundaries that we put in place for what we think is acceptable for us and what are our non-negotiables. And this will change for all of us, but we absolutely have to make sure we have a framework in place on what we consider acceptable for us and what we don't want to ever give away. And I think intentions are the framework, the pathway, the coordinates, if you like, to get you to your goals. Having daily intentions, weekly intentions, monthly intentions, all of those will actually help you along the journey to reach those goals. And I think it's really important to live the journey, because we don't want to miss out on the learnings and the growth by just jumping and just always having our goals in mind, because we actually miss some of the growth aspects along the journey. So thinking about setting your intentions on a daily basis is really helpful. I have in my diary a space where I set my intention for the month, and so it really gives me a theme for the month that I can actually really help me to deliver what I need to. So how do I go about my day? What are my intentions? What do I want to achieve in the day? Being aware of really our own journey, but the impact and the influence that we're having on others. It's really about that self-awareness. So thinking about how you set your intentions. Do you do this as a practice? And if you don't, then definitely tasks to complete, thinking about daily journaling, daily, weekly or monthly, setting intentions and themes for the month, setting a word for the year is really important as well, because it helps you really just have that underlying presence of what you want to achieve this year, because by no means is any of this work easy. So if we have a guiding light, if we have our own beacon of light so that we know what it is that we want to achieve this year, then it's really important to allow that to unfold under our power, under our guidance. So thinking about how intentional are you being, or are you drifting? I often say, certainly people in careers, your career is your journey, and don't leave anything to chance. So, being aware of what you want to be able to achieve and what's important to you, and then setting your intention around, well, what are you doing that's going to help you shift the dial closer on those goals? So, a great example is if a finance manager comes to me and says, I want to be CFO in 3 to 5 years' time, what do I need to do? And I say things like personal brand, I say things like networks, I say things like expertise and experience. And if you need to build any of those, you need to set those intentions to be able to do so. So if building your personal brand is a 1 year, 3 year goal, your intention might be that you need to work out what your sales messages are. What are your moments that matter to you? What do you care about? You've got to start with that inner work, thinking about, what do I want to achieve, and what is going to be my intention for this week or this month that's going to get me there. So I hope that's helped, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.